We're about to get a dissertation.
You know what?
I'm excited.
Last time we did this.
Okay.
Last time Meredith walked in with a book report,
That's right.
she made me have to care about the Johnny Depp trial.
And it was
Because
so good.
I was not checking for the Johnny Depp thing
Amber
at
Heard.
all until she told me somebody pooped in their bed.
Yes.
And then I was like, all right, you got my attention. and then I ended up sucked in. So I'm not really trying, who is this now you caring about?
Okay, listen up, everybody.
here we go.
In case
Oh,
you
here
don't
we go.
know.
All right.
There-
Do I need a pen
Do we
and
need a
paper?
podium?
I got you.
Okay,
There's
all right.
major legal drama between one Blake Lively, who she starred in this amazing movie called It Ends With Us. Now, not only was he her co-star in the movie,
Isn't Blake Lively married to
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Deadpool.
Okay. all
Not
right.
only was he the co-star of the movie, okay, but also the director of the movie. He is just a director in general. This is what he does for a living.
Who?
Justin Baldoni.
Now, I don't know who. I have no idea who that is.
He's been around for a while, but he's not like an A-lister yet. But he's coming up. Like this.
So
was
they
his-
were in a movie together.
Yes, and it's called
Okay.
It Ends With Us.
Okay.
And this movie was supposed to catapult him into
It's a
new
book
stardom.
series. Yes, it was. This is his baby. Like as a director, like he's been trying to produce this for like a really long time. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Well, Blake Lively filed a lawsuit and accused him of sexual harassment while they were filming this movie.
Is it a romantic movie?
Yes, it is. Okay. And
So how-
there's a sex scene, they're making out during the movie, all this stuff. She accuses him and actually released text messages between the two of them, alleging that she was pumping, breastfeeding and stuff like that. And he
And he
walked
just
in on
walked in.
her. Also,
Wait. But that's sexual harassment because he walked in
There's-
while she was breastfeeding?
She was accusing him of just walking in while she was breastfeeding.
right. That was one of the
That was
allegations.
one thing.
But okay.
And also
All right.
trying to
I'm just trying to catch up.
trying to
Yeah.
sexualize her too much during the movie and making her wear inappropriate outfits and costumes.
Because he's the director.
Right, exactly.
And he's a co-star.
Yes, and she said that she wasn't allowed to meet with an intimacy coordinator during the movie because there was a sex scene. There was an intimacy situation that was going to happen during the movie, okay? So these text messages come out and everybody's like, it's bombshell. It's like, whoa, this guy is a dirtbag, right? How could he be like this? And then there was one last allegation that he was like sending her porn and inappropriate stuff to her phone.
Yeah, they put this whole story in the New York Times and
Yes,
all this stuff.
and they made a huge story. And Blake Lively did like a sit down with them. She sent the New York Times all these text messages and everything. They wrote the story. They gave Justin Baldoni about a day and a half to respond to the article. Well, what really happened was that they went ahead and published it 2 hours before they sent the email to Justin. And so the story just got out there. Well, now he's filed a lawsuit against the New York Times for $250 million. And this man has brought receipts on receipts proving that he is 100% innocent.
But wait,
as of now.
he's innocent of the stuff she's accusing him
Yes.
of?
Yeah.
Well, but
So is she lying?
yes,
Yes,
it
so
looks like
you
that.
believe she's lying?
So at this moment, in the beginning, I was like, "Whoa, he's a dirtbag."
You were Team Blake.
Well, yeah, and then now she is just a master manipulator. She wanted to take over this entire movie. I don't know what her problem is.
But wait, now,
As of now.
so I know intimacy coaches are brought in to make sure that everybody, it's kind of like a referee.
Yes.
For sex scenes. So
Right.
nobody with the sock, because everybody knows about the Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
sock. It's like some people have it come off, some people have it not all the way on. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
correct.
they play certain like little I've heard of a few sex scenes where the person has removed it for authenticity,
Mm-hmm.
and then the person in the scene with them found out while they were shooting that, oh my God, the sock isn't on anymore.
Right.
Anybody who knows it, it's a barrier, it's a sex barrier that basically when you do love scenes.
Yes.
So if this dude is the director and the co-star,
Yes.
then it could be easy to interpret him for overstepping some bounds or whatever.
100%.
But you're saying that she was the problem.
The biggest part is that he brought the receipts. Like, she was accusing him of all these things, and now he has the text message having her ask him to come in while she was pumping.
Right.
It was her asking to wear sexier clothes and sexier things.
So
in the
these
movie.
text messages were all edited. They took out what his responses
She must
were.
have Mint Mobile.
Right. Which is owned by Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
by
I'm
the
just
way.
saying he know a few people about editing a few texts.
So there was the responses from him and his PR team that were intentionally let out of the text messages that she gave to the New York Times. And the New York Times, he's suing them because
they just ran
they
with
were
it.
just cherry picking and they didn't do their due diligence and actually sit down with him and get his side of the story.
That's
and
big paper right
it's
there.
huge. So, okay, let's go to these text messages real quick. Rich, you just said about the pumping, right?
Yeah.
And
How is that sexual harassment? If you're pumping and I walk in,
no,
I mean,
that's
I thought,
not what happened.
No, so she was making it seem like he just walked in.
But what I'm
without
saying is
asking.
that if that happened the way she said it, we've all heard that breastfeeding is supposed to be non-sexualized and it's supposed to be able to happen and blah, blah,
Right.
blah.
Well,
So if I walk into the office or walk into the trailer and you breastfeeding,
Mm-hmm.
that's not an egregious thing. It wasn't like a sex.
That's not what
Scene.
happened. Okay, so they were texting each other. He's like, "Hey, we need to run our lines," and she's like, "Well, I'm pumping right now. If that."
I'm just pumping.
I'm just
You could
pumping.
come.
You can come in to my trailer and we'll go over these lines. And he's like, "Oh, okay, no problem. I'm married." He's married with multiple kids, and so he's used to this. And he says this in the text message. He's like, "If you're comfortable with it, I'm coming in." So he did. So that's a lie. The porn and the sex photo, that was actually a photo of one of the co-directors' wives giving birth in a bath, because in the movie there's a child and all that stuff, which is not sexual, it's not porn. He sent that to her as kind of like, okay, when you give birth and doing all this stuff, this is a picture from somebody that worked in the movie. So that was a lie. There's a refusal to meet with the intimacy coordinator. She lied about that. She kept pushing it off and never met with the intimacy coordinator. And he has all the receipts, every single one, every single allegation that she said happened is a lie.
This is going to be more money than the Amber Heard.
It's crazy.
Justin Baldoni
That was
about
a
to get
payout.
paid.
This is going to be, like you said, $250 million
Against the New York Times.
against the New York Times, and probably sue her
Yes.
for something civil after that. So this is going to be bigger paper. Yet without the pooping in the bed,
I know, that was
it's
big.
not really as salacious as the other
I'ma-
one. It's like
I'ma
the
say
Johnny
something.
Depp one was still.
It was crazy.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
say
you had
something.
the hot lawyer,
Yeah.
you had him. Everybody's wondering if they was hooking up. Like that's still, that still got
well,
it.
but there could be a trial that happens here, and that's when you're really going to get invested.
You're gonna hate me for saying this,
Mm-hmm.
Meredith, but I feel like the only reason why people are talking about this is because Blake Lively was Taylor Swift's friend, and lately they haven't been chilling ever since this has come
These
out.
allegations.
Well,
Taylor,
this lady ain't got time to chill. She got a baby. She in there breastfeeding and she's pumping
She's
full.
freaking
They were
She
hanging
got a
out
movie
before.
and all this other
They were
stuff. She
hanging
got
out before.
kids.
They were
and
at the
everything.
Kansas City game
But see,
together.
Taylor Swift got time. She ain't got no kids. She ain't got nothing but she ain't even got a tour right now. She's got nothing but supporting her man.
and she
I-
not chilling with her friend.
But
I
this
am
lady-
not done, gentlemen.
What? There's
I have
more? There's
more. Yes,
Jesus,
there's more.
what else can there be?
All right. So in the middle of filming, what happened? Do you remember just like even 3 months ago, there was news about Blake Lively, maybe 6 months ago, where she was doing all
I
these
guarantee you
interviews.
the news outlets I look at don't cover Blake Lively.
Okay, well, she was coming off as like a massive bitch, being interviewed and doing being interviewed for the publication and the debut of It Ends With Us, basically. And she was just being rude to like all these different journalists and anybody that would sit down with her and reporters, and it was weird. So seriously, it looks like she thought that this was a potential smear campaign that Justin Baldoni was trying to do against Blake Lively, which doesn't make any sense. But in her head, it looks like she thought that he was intentionally trying to come at her. So she started doing all this and filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against him, but not against Sony, which is weird because Sony has all the money, right? So if you're going to file a lawsuit, that's usually where you would run. She filed it against him because she thought that there was a smear campaign against her. So she stopped filming halfway through the movie, okay? And she said, "I'm not coming back to film your stupid movie unless you do X, Y, and Z." It was like 12 different
she
things.
had requirements.
Okay, one of the requirements was that she had the final cut in his movie. And then during the movie premiere, he was not even invited to go to the red carpet.
He wasn't even allowed.
She
he's
took
the
over
director.
everything. She took over everything. And then he was invited over to Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's house. And Ryan Reynolds allegedly was yelling at him, screaming at him,
Berating her.
right, in front of celebrities that were walking in and out of the house because they were about to throw a party.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Why does Meredith sound like a crime junkie
I'm
narrator
like-
right now?"
'Cause it's
She's like, sound like she's doing Dateline.
Meredith is so passionate and excited about this.
Like, she is going through it like it's. I'm like, A for effort. You get a whole book report score of it.
yeah.
Haley just said, "Man, I knew this was funky. I had a feeling Blake was lying."
Yes. Yes.
Mandy just wrote, "I wonder what Ryan has to say about all this mess his wife just got them into."
It's
Now
embarrassing.
he's supposed to be like hitting billionaire status because of that Mint Mobile come
Yes.
up,
Mobile,
because he picked it up.
Right.
But this was even before his acting gigs. When he picked that up, it was just supposed to be a low-dough hustle, and now it's like
big.
it's gotten
Well,
really big.
Dude, it's even more drama too because this movie is owned by Sony, which is the same company that Ryan Reynolds works for and gets paid for because of Deadpool.
Which is why she didn't sue Sony.
Yeah.
That's
now,
why.
So now this whole thing
Boom.
is getting even bigger. Look at
Dude, she's like the pretty girl in high school that like just once they find out like there's a little rumor or they think her best friend is talking S about her, like will completely turn against all and everybody.
This
she's like
shows
the
you
nasty
real
pretty
life
girl.
Mean Girls.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
100.
sure.
Because, like I said before, like with Amber Heard, and you look at her, she's pretty and put together, and then you find out she's doing all this
She's
dirtbag
nasty,
stuff,
lying.
and then you got this. This is why, you know what? Them adjustable sixes starting to look good. them girls that
Right.
ain't really all the way up,
Yes.
they looking good. If you get you a good meager little, little house code hottie,
That's why.
get you a 5 or a 6.
That's why the chart never lies, dog. You know about the,
The
chart,
hotter,
right?
the
Yeah, the
crazy.
hotter
Yeah,
they
the
are,
hotter,
the crazy they are. Like
Yeah.
if you say, "Hey man, this person pooped
This
in my
one right
bed,"
here?
like
Yeah.
who would you even think would poop in somebody's bed?
Yeah. The-
Not a hot Amber Heard.
The
You
really
know.
hot one that is not crazy. That's a unicorn. You never find that.
No.
Remember that from the chart.
It's just crazy.
So do you after everything I explained now do you understand why I'm so excited about this?
No.
No.
No, I was with you. You could ask me anything. You could have said, "Do you understand now?" I'd have been like, "Yes."
Okay.
Or, do you get it now? Absolutely.
This is just the beginning.
Do
They could
you
go to
get
trial.
why I'm so excited?
No.
No.
Why? Explain to us why.
Because
you're
it really,
excited.
you don't
She's
have to explain
lying.
it.
She's lying about the sexual harassment. There are women that are actually sexually harassed. And then
Meredith.
this is just another celebrity pretty chick going out there and lying against these hardworking men. And she needs to go to court. She needs to go
I'm
to trial.
all for
Prove it.
I'm all for us protecting men getting lied on. I just hate the fact that, like, when you said Johnny Depp, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep. Mhm.
I like 21
Ruined
Jump
it.
Street.
Ruined
Amazing.
It came to me.
Yes.
You said this Justin Guarini dude.
Baldoni.
Baldoni.
Yep.
Baldoni.
And I have no idea who that is, so I'm like, I don't have as much passion for it. I mean, I don't want to
understand that.
protect Justin Guarini.
But that's why you had to know.
You need
because
to-
you would have potentially found out about him, but now his career is gonna be there's gonna be a dent.
Somebody said, Orlando, we don't know yet if she hasn't pooped on something.
It could come out in the story.
Then I will be invested. I'll be like, oh my God, she done pooped on something. Okay.
the thing is-
Justice for Justin from
Yes,
Haley.
that's what I'm saying. Now you
do.
get it. Now
352 says exactly what I said. Respectfully, nobody cares. Like, how you just gonna take Meredith's shine off that? She just did a little book report for everybody.
Yeah.
Girl, you killed it, Meredith.
Thank
There you go,
That
Meredith.
was awesome.
And that was an investigative report
It
from
really is.
For
Meredith.
real. I should have played the news band for
Please
that.
do
Like,
it.
Now
I
we
mean,
have
come
now
on.
we have breaking news. yeah,
Yeah,
you should play
no,
it.
No, it's too late now. It's way too late for that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you? Somebody asks a question, Meredith.
Sure.
Do you think something happened between Blake and Justin, and this is her cover-up?
I'm not taking that off the table. This is just what we know now. Because in the beginning, we all were like, I can't believe that somebody would treat Blake Lively like this on a movie set. And now, but he has evidence and all the receipts against every single allegation and how nasty she was. And he wasn't even allowed to go to his own red carpet premiere.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I'm just speculating here. I think Blake Lively saw the success of this movie and she wanted some kind of ownership in it, and this is the way that she's going to try to
It's
get it.
competitive nature. She wants to be as fabulous as her husband, and I don't think that it's going to happen like that for her.
How much money you need though? Your husband got all of this money and all of this prestige with the Deadpool and everything else. You're Blake Lively, so I mean, really, you ain't got to do much. Just sit back and just crank out some kids.
Don't say that.
I mean, you ain't got to do much. I mean, I'm just saying, your man got Mint Mobile, got all of the motion pictures, action. Like,
She was the Gossip Girl. She didn't have to do nothing.
But she was.
Damn, man, you know how long ago Gossip Girl was on?
Yeah, but she's still riding those coattails. That show's still going.
Yeah, that's not enough. That's what I'm saying. Like, she got enough on the other side of the marriage that she shouldn't be out here just plotting on folks like that.
Exactly. She needs to take a seat. Go take care of your beautiful children. You have 3 of them, and obviously you just gave birth.
Blake mad because he finer than her husband.
He is so good looking.
Better than looking at Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is supposed to be like
Justin
he was
Baldoni.
sexiest. Wasn't he one of the sexiest men alive?
Yeah,
Yes, he's very good looking.
Can't beat sexiest man alive.
Dude,
Except for that Blake Shelton year where we was like,
We were like, wait a minute, what's going on with that?
Who gave that?
Blake Shelton just took a stray.
Right, for real. Everybody was like, who? Blake? No.
Yeah, so anyway, this is what's happening at the moment. We'll see if there's any more evidence, if Blake's going to have to come back with something, but his lawyers are playing chess.
Hey, wait, so does that mean that you going to do this again?
Hell yeah, I can't wait. I'll give you an update when it happens.
She's our beat reporter, bro.
Okay.
So we got to do it.
All right.
You're welcome. You better let me do it.
She even came with a notepad.
I mean, this was awesome, but I don't think we need to do this again. I think we got all the information we need.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
No to Blake. You suck. And Justin Baldoni says he is the man. Baldoni.
If you loved that video, then you're going to want to check out more. Make sure you hit subscribe right below.